everyone. It's nice to see you all, and I'm really just happy that we're able to have this celebration. You guys have done an amazing job, and you know that we were looking at all kinds of things a while back, and how do we improve the safety record and make things better, and you folks put it together yourself, and have just done an outstanding job. So it's a huge shift, and everyone in the company really appreciates this.
So how many bags a day is a guy lifting?
I think we figured it out to roughly almost 7 tons per person on a pickup.
So it's about like being an office worker then. Is that a
Right.
fair description?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty close, yes.
We had a terrible record. The guys were getting hurt all the time. We were faced with quite a few hand injuries. We were getting strained backs. We were having associates twist their knees, and we started looking at different ways and trying to figure out different ways to bring the safety culture here.
A year ago, when I came on site and we started working with staff, we analyzed the situation. The team was divided into 2 distinct groups. They didn't have a home. They were scattered. We had a group at the north end that were taking care of approximately 55% of the collection route, and the south end team was at a completely different office 10 miles away that were taking care of the remainder of the villages.
Our safety group came down, Mike McPean, Ben Campbell, they came down and they actually went out on the trucks. They went out on the trucks with the guys and saw exactly what the kind of conditions that they...
So that's kind of how they analyzed what the conditions were, was just by going out and getting their hands dirty.
And that made a really big impact. To actually have someone there saying, I can see why you're twisting an ankle, or I can see why, you know, if you step on a painted driveway and it's been the sprinkler systems are running and you could easily slip and fall.
Yeah.
You know, and having the safety guys be a part of that and see where the things are going on, but it made a big difference with the associates. The biggest changes we made was we got some corporate support. We had our leadership teams bring in some people that could help us identify problems. The leadership as far as RVMs started to show up, started to become more involved with the operation, getting to know the crews. When we started the job, when we started the project, we inherited what they call the barrel truck, and that's a side loader truck, and you have to be able to pick the garbage up an extra 2 or 3 feet to get it up into the truck. Those trucks we found were terrible for back injuries because you're picking up a lot farther and you're stooping down and you're picking up. First thing we did was we switched to a rear loader truck. We had to get rear loader trucks in here, and if they sit a lot lower and the associates can walk easier behind the truck and not be kind of hanging out in a roadway where traffic could actually, you know, hit them or something. So they're kind of protected when they're behind the truck. And that was a real help, and reduced injuries by just switching to those trucks. Hand injuries, we were getting a lot of needle jabs. Someone would put glass in a bag and you'd reach down and grab that bag and it sliced right through a normal glove. So hand injuries were a big deal. And we started researching with the help of our health safety group. We found some gloves that were actually needle proof.
When I first came here, the team was meeting in the parking lot at the wastewater plant. Didn't have a building, didn't have any facilities to work out of. And those were the first things we addressed. We put everybody together in one unit and gave them a centralized meeting location, brought them together as one unit in a team spirit. We still continued to have injuries at a fairly high rate, even after we brought everybody together and started working with the team and developing the true team spirit. We went back to basics of our quality process, of reward the actions you want repeated. We started a reward and recognition program for accomplishments of goals on the safety program. We set targets. We started with 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, set those type goals. And we had some failures. You know, we would give recognition cards, Walmart cards for accomplishing the goals. And when we had a problem, the clock started over again.
Yeah.
And we repeated it numerous times. And we have accomplished now 7 months consecutive with no recordable injuries.
I'm sure that it used to be that way too, though. I mean, you didn't want to get hurt before.
No.
So, what's the difference? You know?
I think it's teamwork. I think
Watching
looking
out
out for each other. I think watching each other's back.
Really?
I think that's one of the big things.
Now, how is that different than the way it used to be? Like 7, 8 months ago when folks were getting hurt more.
They weren't
Because
watching
they
each
weren't
other's
watching
backs.
each other's backs.
Really?
Everybody was just looking out for themselves, and they weren't watching for the co-workers.
Oh, really?
Now everybody is pretty much pitching in as a team.
Really?
See, when you pitch in as a team, I think that makes a difference.
But it was really the attitude of the associates themselves that changed.
As a project, taking the time to spend with the guys, having a supervisor manager here at 4:30 a.m. to get them out the door and listen to their problems and talk to them about their issues, in addition to the team leaders, the lead drivers, has brought about a sense of ownership.
Steak barbecue.
Just
The
lay it
Village of
in
Florida.
first, then we'll get it later.
We went back to basics of our quality process.
Quality process. The quality process fits right in with what was going on.